will attain the most auspicious, that is Krishna Prema. Without the mercy of Chaitanya, of Nityananda Prabhu, attaining Chaitanya mercy is very difficult. Nityanando avadhutendu vasudha pranavallabha Janavi jivitaha pati Krishna Prema pradha Prabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu is embodiment of eternal bliss. Avadhutendu. So he is the moon of all Avadhutas. And he is the beloved of Vasudha. Vasudha Prana Vallabha. Janavi Jivita Prana. He is the life of Janavi. Or he is the husband enthusing Janavi with life. Krishna Prema Pradhapadu. Prabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu bestows ecstatic love for Krishna. He is the Lord and Master of the universe, of the devotees. Prema Pradha Prabhu. Padmavati Sutta Shriman. He is the son of Padmavati. Sachinandana Purvajaha. He is the older brother of Sachimata's son, Nimai. Bhavan Matto Jagatrata. He is maddened with ecstatic emotions. Jagatrata. He is the savior of the universe. Raktagaura Kalaivara. His complexion is golden, tinged with red. So in this way, 12 names of Nityananda Prabhu is very important. One should sing 12 names. Every day, in fact, one should sing the 12 names. So about Nityananda Prabhu, elaborate description is given in Chaitanya Bhagavat. We have studied in Adi Leela also, now Madhya Leela is also going on. So we have studied elaborately in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Much description in Chaitanya Charitamrita will not be found, but in Chaitanya Bhagavat you will find. In Adi Leela you have 3 pastimes, that is the birth and childhood activities of Nityananda, Nityanand's traveling to the holy places, and Nityananda meeting his Guru Shripad Madhavendra Puri. So 3 pastimes you will find in Adi Leela. And then you will find 11 pastimes in Madhya Leela. How Nityananda Prabhu met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How Nityananda Prabhu used to stay in with Srivas and he performed Vyas Puja ceremony. Then how Nityananda Prabhu offers 6-armed form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then you will find Shiva's love for Nityananda Prabhu and the dream of Mother Sachi. You will find the eating pastime of Shriman Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda. Then you will find Nityananda's pastime at the house of Shivas. Then you will find Mahaprabhu glorifying Nityananda. You will find deliverance of Jagai Madai. And how the prayers of Jagai Madai to Nityananda Prabhu and Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Then how Madai's prayers are there for Nityananda Prabhu and his devotional service. And how Gauranga discusses his sannyas with Nityananda. This discussion is there. And in the Antalila you will find there are 13 pastimes. So total 3, 11 and 13. That means 27 pastimes have been elaborately described by Vrindavan Das Thakur in Chaitanya Bhagavat. You'll find how Nityananda Mahaprabhu meet in the residence of Navdeep. Then you'll find how he breaks sannyas danda. That also we saw when we were doing our continuous study of Adi Leela, Anta Leela of Chaitanya Bhagavat. Then how Nityananda's darshan of Jagannath is there. Nityananda grand bathing ceremony at the house of Raghav Pandit. This all we have to come across now. Nityananda meeting with Gadadhar Das. Nityananda's deliverance of the merchants of Taptagram and his meeting with Advaita Acharya. How Nityananda delivers the thieves at the house of Hiranya Pandita. A Brahmana's doubt about the character of Nityananda and its removal by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityananda's departure for Nilachal and his glorification by Lord Chaitanya. How Nityananda pastimes are of accepting, how the description is given of Nityananda's pastime of accepting lunch at Gadadhar's Pandit's house. Lord instructs Nityananda Prabhu to marry. Marriage of Lord Nityananda is there. And the last chapter is the birth of Veer Chandra Prabhu and the disappearance of Nityananda Prabhu. So let us see the first three pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu. The first three pastimes is there in the Adilila. So the birth of today is the birth appearance of Nityananda Prabhu. So the place he is born is the village Ekachakra. This is in Radhadesh in West Bengal. A beautiful village. We have visited that place in one of our yatras. It is said the whole Radhadesh became so auspicious just by his appearance. Famine, poverty, everything disappeared. It's a small village actually. Just by the appearance of Nityananda Prabhu, all inauspicious things disappeared. And there is a temple, Maureshwar. There is a temple in the distance, the short distance from Ekachakra. And Balaram used to worship these deities. Nityananda Prabhu used to worship these deities. Because Nityananda Prabhu is non different from Balaram. Maureshwara. So there was a wonderful Brahmana here. His name was Hadai Pandit. Very qualified Brahmana, very detached, full of compassion. His wife was Padmavati. She was a very chaste woman. So now they both were very magnanimous, very compassionate. That is why Nityananda Prabhu chose this family to be born out of his sweet will. So this is a waxing moon of Magha, waxing moon of Magha. That is now Shukla Paksha is going on. Shukla Paksha or Krishna Paksha, what is going on? Can anybody say what is waxing? I feel it is Shukla Paksha.
Shukal Paksha, Shukal Paksha.
Ah, Shukla Paksha.
Purnima.
Waxing is Shukal Paksha. Moon is increasing.
Planning is, yes, Krishna Paksha. Yesterday only I saw the moon. The small crescent was there. I was just thinking now Purnima is going to come. I just asked because one should be aware of this concept also. Waxing is Shukla, vanning is Krishna. So now this Trayodashi, Lord Nityananda made his appearance. By Krishna's mercy, even my birth is Trayodashi. Nityananda Prabhu should give me a lot of blessings so that I can progress in devotional life. When Trayodashi comes, then I remember this. So he was the eldest among the sons of Hadai Pandit. Everybody were very happy when he was born. And he grew very wonderfully. But he was concealing his real identity. And in the childhood, they used to play wonderful games. And what was that wonderful game? Pastimes of Lord Krishna. Like how Krishna is born, how Mother Earth was trembling with fear, all these things, all these pastimes. Many, many pastimes. And Nityananda Prabhu used to teach his friends so nicely. Then Kaliya Mardan Leela, so many, Govardhan Leela. Then how they entered Mathura, they killed Kamsa. Then suddenly they used to play even Rama's pastimes. Then once it so happened, he enacted, because it's Lakshmana, Ravana throwing Shakti Shela weapon. One of the friend becomes Ravana, throws a weapon. And what is that weapon? Small flower. But he had told, I will enact to be unconscious. So one of you should become Hanuman. Go and get Gandamadana Parvat. But what happened? He fell down unconscious, and suddenly these boys they forgot. So then they called Hadai Pandit, Padmavati, and they saw he's not waking up. And they were all like crying. Whole village came. All were crying. And suddenly somebody told, what was the Leela going on? They told this is the Leela of Lakshmana falling unconscious. Then they said, then Hanuman, somebody should become Hanuman and go Gandhamadana Parvat, because now the villagers over there, they were liking all these pastimes. And they liked their children playing with Nityananda Prabhu. So then when someone said like this, the boys remembered. Yes, yes, he told I will fall unconscious until I don't get the uh, Chiranjeevi herb, Sanjeevani herb. I will not wake up. So one of you should become Hanuman and go. So that boy becomes Hanuman, goes to a lake. There is sages there. Right? Demon actually. Tells go and take bath, and only I will give you that Sanjeevani herb. But then what happens? The boy goes the lake. Another boy becomes a crocodile. But then Hanuman kills that person again. When he comes here, now the sage says, "You have escaped from crocodile, but you cannot escape from me." Then there is a fight. Then he goes to Gandhara Madana Parvat. There he fights with Gandharvas also. They are not ready to give the Parvat. So in this way, he brings the whole mountain. And there is a doctor, Jambavan. He's enacting, a child is enacting as a doctor, takes the medicinal herb and keeps near the nose, and immediately he wakes up. So, like these pastimes, beautiful pastimes, Nityananda Prabhu used to do along with his friends. So, this is one chapter, the birth of Nityananda Prabhu and the pastimes, childhood pastimes. Now he's just 12 years old. But somehow Hadai Pandit and Padmavati, Hadai Pandit used to have the fear that Nityananda Prabhu will leave him. So this fear was there. And that is why he used to not leave uh, Nityananda Prabhu. All the time he was very careful. Wherever he used to go, his whole attention was on Nityananda Prabhu. So now it so happened one day a Brahmana comes and he's very effulgent, this Brahman. And he stayed, the sannyasi is not just a Brahman, he's sannyasi. Sannyasi came. He stayed in Hadai Pandit's house. Hadai Pandit and his wife, they served the sannyasi very nicely. Whole night they passed discussing the pastimes of Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu, his father, and sannyasi. In the morning, Hadai Pandit asked, this is the culture actually. When a sannyasi comes, you should offer. So this is the culture. He asked, uh, whatever you desire, please take. He said, I desire your son. Please give me your eldest son. I'll take him for a yatra. I want to tour with him. I don't have a qualified Brahmana along with me. Hearing this, Hadai Pandit was completely in distress. But he remembered how Dasharatha was also unable to leave when Vishwamitra came to ask the Ram and Lakshmana. Then, oh, this Lakshmana is born in my family as Nityananda. He went and told to Padmavati, now what to do? Then Padmavati told, do whatever is the best. Though with heavy heart, was very much in distress, he gives Nityananda to the sannyasi. Now Nityananda leaves home. Adai Pandit practically fell unconscious. People say he became mad. He was completely unconscious. And then for 3 months, he did not take any food. He just survived by the mercy of Lord. So then the question arises, why Lord puts his own people into stress? Actually, superficially, it is uh, a separation. But actually, Lord cannot live without his devotees, and devotees cannot live without Lord. We can see then how Lord Ramchandra lamented for Sita, how Nityananda Prabhu left home. All these pastimes are there. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu leaves his home. Shukdev Goswami left his home. Kapil Muni left his mother. So all this is just a superficial. This is just for the benefit of everyone. But the devotees and Lord never separate from each other. He visited different places. The first place he visited, that was Vakreshwara, then Vaidyanath, Kashi, Prayagraj, so many places, Mathura, Govardhan. He went to Dwarka, Siddhapur, Kurukshetra, Naimisharanya. He went to even Gandaki, is Nepal, Gandaki. He went to Pampa Sarovar, is all in Pampa Sarovar, all is in Hampi. He went to Madurai, he went to Tiruvengadam, different places he went. Kutamala, Tamrapani. Then he went to Srirangam, Kaveri. In this way, he went to different places, just traveling. Then he went to Gokarna also. Gokarna, all different descriptions are given. He went to Kanyakumari. So now he is waiting actually. He is then in this travel, now that still the travel is going on. In this travel, he met Madhavendra Puri. When Madhavendra Puri saw him, he was completely in ecstasy. Madhavendra Puri is the greatest acharya, one of the greatest acharya in the disciplic succession. Madhavendra Puri, for him, Lord stole Kheer. We have heard this. Kheer for Chor Gopinath in Ramuna. So Madhavendra Puri is a uh, Ajkara Vritti sannyasi. That means he never goes for anything, just absorbed. So now Nityananda Prabhu, as soon as he sees Nityananda Prabhu, is completely in ecstasy. Both start crying. And Madhendra Puri was relishing the travel with Nityananda Prabhu. Now Nityananda Prabhu is also relishing the travel with Madhendra Puri. For some time he traveled, relishing Krishna Katha. For many days they stayed together, but then they had to leave the company. He had to leave the company. Who? Madhendra Puri had to leave the company of Nityananda Prabhu. But Madhendra Puri is also constantly with him. So like this, Madhendra Puri exhibited great affection. So great affection for Nityananda Prabhu. And he considered Nityananda Prabhu as his friend. But then Nityananda Prabhu considered Madhendra Puri as his guru. So again the feeling of separation. When Nityananda Prabhu left for Rameshwaram, Madhendra Puri went to see Sarayu river, that is Ayodhya. One goes to Rameshwaram, one goes to Ayodhya. But this type of separation from the devotees is actually the life of a devotee. Sometimes one feels so separated. But this separation is actually more absorption. Today, Vaishnava Gaur Prabhu is telling, Mataji, somehow you come back. This, that time only I was reading this. I would have come back. But today here also, many devotees are coming, 35 devotees are coming for the celebration of Gaur Nitai Pushpa Abhishek and class. And these are so pitiable devotees actually. They don't go anywhere. They just wait when there will be a small class, because here again in the campus they don't allow any of the preachers to come. So good, I am in a lady body, in an ordinary dress, sari. So then nobody understands here what is going on. It is another mini Pakistan, you can say. Nowadays the institutes are like that. If you have to do, you should do it in the house or in the clubhouse. They do some in the clubhouse they do, but you cannot do a big propaganda and all those things. ISKCON devotees are not allowed inside because it so happened one of the I think two boys, they just left the studies and joined ISKCON. The government actually uh, sponsors them, and they did not tell to their parents and all. So some issue was that is why they stopped. It's not that they don't want, but sometimes out of foolishness, some boys do like this. So so from that time they have banned, but you can do it little bit. Like in the clubhouse, you can do on a personal level and all. So when I was taking the class on Vaman Dwadashi, those who had got, some few devotees wanted Japmala, we had given. All they came, they chanted very nicely. So today again all are coming. So sometimes I feel okay, it is my duty to give them. If they are eager, we should give them. So today class, B1D devotees, I told please help our Thani devotees, and Thani devotees should help B1D devotees. So this union of the devotees is also wonderful. Separation from the devotees is also a nourishment, absorption, you can say. Now, Nityananda Prabhu did not go to Navadip. He knew Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there. He was in Mathura. He remained in Vrindavan. He was completely absorbed in Krishna. He was waiting for the right time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will exhibit the opulence. He could have given Krishna Prem, he would have also distributed. But again, Yabe Gaurachandra Prabhu Kariva Prakasha Tare se Agyaya Bhakti Danera Vilasa. Gaurchandra will manifest his opulence. When he will do that, I will start distributing bhakti on his order. So now just Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram himself, the first expansion of Krishna. When Krishna orders, then only Balaram exhibits his opulence. The same way when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to order, then only Nityananda Prabhu will distribute bhakti. Devotees of Chaitanya will not do anything without his order. So in this way, he is waiting for the right time. So here ends the three pastimes of Nityananda. Three pastimes are the birth and the activities, then going in, uh, going with sannyasi for the tour, and then meeting Madhendra Puri. So the devotees who are joining in the morning class, they are very sincere. That is why you can note it down, so that sometimes if you are told to give the class, you should know these are the pastimes in Adi Leela from Chaitanya Bhagavat. If you search Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will be completely thinking from where should I speak? Because the confidential pastimes of, there is only one chapter about Nityananda Prabhu, but many times it is included. But here explicitly it has been given. Now 11 pastimes in, I'm just doing a synopsis of all the pastimes. 11 pastimes uh, in Madhya Khanda. Now Nityananda Prabhu is meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The right time has come. So what Nityananda Prabhu does? He comes. When he comes, everybody is seeing his beauty. Oh, so wonderful. Now he's going to reveal himself in Navadip, but before that, what is he doing? He goes to Nandanacharya's house. He's a Mahabhagavata Nandanacharya, and he hides there. But Nandanacharya is seeing his beautiful, attractive form. He's so absorbed. And Nandanacharya is a great devotee. So now Nityananda Prabhu, he has arrived in Nadia. Now, it so happened, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says to everyone, a great personality is going to come. That day itself, a great personality is going to come here. Before Nityananda Prabhu arrived in Navadip, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared it. He said, I saw a dream. That dream I saw Balaram. He said, then after that again in ecstasy he says, a great personality has come. Go and search. He told Haridas and Srivas Prabhu, Pandit, go and search. They wandered around, but somehow they could not find anyone. So in this way, Lord actually wanted to show that understanding Nityananda Prabhu is not so easy, very confidential. He is Adi Guru, very confidential. Four tattvas are very difficult to understand. Krishna Tattva, Radha Tattva, Guru Tattva, Dham Tattva. And among all these four tattva, Guru Tattva is more confidential. Not so easy. Guru may appear like an ordinary person, but he has so much of potency to deliver us. So incarnation of Nityananda Prabhu is the most confidential pastime. It is not that Srivas Pandit and Haridas Thakur are not qualified, but Lord just wants to do the Leela. And Lord started calling Murari, Murari. Have you seen Avadhuta now? Nityananda, I want to see him. Everybody were trembling. What happened to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, oh, he is hiding in Nandanacharya's house. Everybody goes to Nandanacharya's house. Nityananda Prabhu is there, so wonderfully sitting, effulgent, so effulgent. It's like thousands of suns appearing. Everybody saw him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and stood before him. Both are looking at each other. Both are in complete ecstasy. Tears are rolling down. And then Nityananda Prabhu could not say anything. He was just stunned, seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's beautiful form. At the time, to show the glories of Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Shivas, sing from Bhagavatam. Barahapilam natavarapu karnaiha karnikaram bipratvasah kanakakapisham vaijayantim chamalam randram venur adharasudaya purayan gopavrunder vrindaranyam sapada ramanam ravishayad gita kirtihi. So how Krishna used to play along with the cowherd boys, wearing a peacock feather, having karnikara flowers in his ears, having golden ornaments, having Vaijanti Mala, how he used to enter Vrindavan forest, beautifying the whole Vrindavan with his footprints. Just hearing this verse. Who is Nityananda Prabhu? Who is to go along with Krishna every day, everywhere? Balaram himself is just in ecstasy and he fell unconscious. Again, this verse was spoken, repeated, and Nityananda Prabhu awakened. And then he was dancing like ecstasy, roaring, oh Krishna, please, oh Krishna, oh Krishna. Now the same Krishna is, Vishwambhara was standing before him. He goes and catches hold of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feet, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is catching hold of Nityananda's feet. Both are in ecstasy, both are hugging each other and dancing and rolling, and all the people are staring. What happened? After a while, Nityananda Prabhu regained his consciousness and all the devotees were chanting Hari Hari, Hari Hari. Lord Ananta is always carrying Vishwambar on his lap. Mm. So in this way, Nityananda Prabhu took Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on his lap. Like, because he is the same Ananta. The glorifying potency of Ananta is Ramanujar. Same Ramanujar is Nityananda. Same Lakshmana is Nityananda. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, we are very fortunate to see a pure devotee like you, O Nityananda. Today we are completely satisfied. So in this way, both of them meet in Nandanacharya's house. Then so happened, Nityananda used to stay in Shiva's house, Shiva's Angan. He considered Shiva's and his wife Malini as parents. The first ceremony what was performed in Shiva's was the Vyasa Puja ceremony. With Nityananda Prabhu took the lead and performed Vyasa Puja ceremony on the orders of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Vyasa Puja ceremony was conducted very nicely. At that time, once it so happened, she was invited Nityananda for the lunch. Nityananda was very satisfied by the service of Shivas. At that time, Mahaprabhu also came there. Mahaprabhu entered the house of Shivas and sat on the throne of Lord Vishnu. He told Nityananda, look at me. Now, Nityananda, who is the topmost sannyasi, he looked at Vishwambar. And Mahaprabhu told that all of you go out. Let only Nityananda and me be here. So all the devotees left Shiva's house. They could not understand why Lord said like that. Is Lord going to say something confidential to Nityananda Prabhu? Nobody could understand. That is the time Lord displayed his six-armed form to Nityananda. The six-armed form was also shown by Gaur Sundar to Sarvabhautacharya. So seeing this form, Nityananda was completely unconscious. All the Vaishnavas were very happy. No, all the Vaishnavas, they were outside actually, they were afraid. They remembered Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they remembered Krishna, and they all started praying for the protection of Nityananda. Because Nityananda has fainted, no? So all were afraid what is happening. And then Nityananda, he came to his external consciousness. Such are the wonderful pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There's another pastime in short, I'll say. In Sachimata's dream, Nityananda Prabhu appeared. One second. Yeah. So then, before that, another pastime we'll see. He loved Nityananda Prabhu so much. So one day, and Malini Devi used to love Nityananda Prabhu, mother, as a mother. And he used to eat from the hands of Malini Devi. She used to feed like a baby, like small children, kids like. He's Avaduta, na? Avaduta means a maddened person completely absorbed in Krishna. So he used to behave like a small child and she used to feed. And once Gaur-Sundar came, he said, hey Srivas, why are you keeping this mendicant in your house? You don't know any whereabouts about him. He'll only spoil your good name, Srivas said. Are you testing me? Whoever worships you, even for a day, is very dear to me. And you are non different from Nityananda, is non different from you. I don't have any doubt about it. Even if I see Nityananda Prabhu carrying a wine pot or coming out of the house of a Muslim girl or marries a Muslim girl or comes out of a prostitute's house, still my faith in him will not shake. The Lord heard this. He said, you have so much faith in Nityananda. This is what is the confidential glories of Nityananda. Whoever has strong faith in Nityananda, I'll be easily available to him. I'm so pleased. So the benediction given is, even if goddess of fortune begs, carries a begging bowl, goddess of fortune carries a begging bowl in the streets, your house will never have any poverty. Even the cats, the dogs in your house, they will attain unflinching faith in Lord, unflinching devotional service. I offer Nityananda to your care. So Lord wanted to test because he's Avaduta. And it so happened once Nityananda Prabhu visited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house. Mother Sachi showed so much of affection. Nityananda Prabhu went and caught her feet. And she used to run away. Then one day Shati Mata told to Vishwambhar, that is Gaur Sundar, I saw you and Nityananda in the dream. And that too like a small 5 years boy. And you went inside the deity room. Nityananda is holding Krishna's deities and you are holding Balram deity. And then afterwards, Nityananda Prabhu is telling to Krishna, hey, your days have gone. Huh? Now you should not steal and all. Now enough. Being having the power of cowherd boys, having this role. Now let us take the role of Brahmanas. But both are born in Brahmana's house. Na? Krishna and Balaram, they are both born in Brahmana's house this time. That is Gaur Sundar and Nityananda Prabhu. Now stop taking our offerings. Now all the offerings will go to us. Then Krishna and Balaram told, hey, don't blame us. You pretenders, go out of figure. So then there was a fight between 4 of them. Krishna, Balram, Gaur and Nityananda. And Sachimata says, in this dream I saw all these things I could not understand. And she just woke up. And next day what happens is, Vishwambhar, he invites Nityananda for the lunch. So then they sit to have, and Ishan, who is a personal servant of Sachimata, he's there in the house of Gaur Sundar. He washes both of their feet. And they sit together to eat. And Mother Sachi is giving them. Suddenly she sees 2 plates have been served. Why it has become 3? She could not understand. And these 2 are now young men. But now they became like 2 boys, small boys, 5 years children. And they're so attractive, so beautiful. Then when she saw the 400 form, she fell unconscious. The plate in her hand fell down. Ishan started assembling the rice. Gaur Sundar went and picked up his mother and said, what happened? Calm yourself. She said, I saw just 5 years boy. Both of you are 5 years boy. Nityananda Prabhu says, he is your son. Accept him. He is non-different from Balram. Lord has shown you this wonderful form, which is very difficult to be seen by everyone. So he is your son. Please accept him. Another pastime, he was in Srivas house. Mother Sachi was feeding him. And suddenly it so happened He used to not eat with his own hands. Malini, sorry, not Sachi, Malini Devi used to feed like a loving son. In Shiva's house, this happened. And she used to exactly serve him like a mother serves a son. A crow came and took a bowl from her hand. And Mother Sachi was completely like anxious. What happened? Why this bowl is taken? Because Shivas will scold then, because this is used for keeping ghee for the service of Lord. Then Nityananda Prabhu came there. He said, what happened? That the crow took the bowl, and this is came in this bowl is in this bowl we keep Lord Krishna's ghee. They don't worry. He looked at the crow and said, "Hey crow, give back the bowl." And Mother Sachi was overwhelmed to see on the order of Nityananda, crow came and gave the bowl. He just stood folding hands and offered prayers. You have brought dead son back. Was again dead son, dead, dead son of his guru back. Sandipani Muni's ashram, where two of them they asked Sandipani what you want. He said, I want my son back. That pastime has been told. So both of them, Krishna and Balram, they go to Yamaraj and they get him back. So for you, taking back this bowl is not so wonderful because you have done so many pastimes. So it is not a very great wonder, but you keep all the universes on your head, you maintain them. Again, when you're doing all these things, what is this Leela? This small, it's a very small Leela. And as Lakshmana, you never saw Sita's face. You never used to see any of the body except for lotus feet. So in this way, she was glorifying Nityananda Prabhu. I know that you are Supreme Personality of God. Please remove this illusory energy and let me know more about you. So like this, the prayers are done by Malini Devi to Nityananda Prabhu. So once Sriman Mahaprabhu also glorified Nityananda Prabhu. He's the most compassionate person, even more than Krishna. It is said Guru is more compassionate than Lord. Balaram is servant to God. Krishna is served God. Balaram is more compassionate than even Krishna. The same way Nityananda Prabhu is more compassionate than even Gaur Chandra. So that is the compassion shown in Jagai Madai Leela. Though Madai hit a broken earthen pot, the head of Nityananda, Gaur Chandra came to kill Madai. But it is Nityananda who fell at the feet of Gaur Chandra and begged him to forgive the offenses done by Nityananda Prabhu. Jagai Madai, they were drunkards. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Haridas Prabhu and Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu to go and beg in everyone's house, beg to everyone to chant Krishna's name. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Karo Krishna Viksha, Karo Krishna Shiksha. So in this way, go and beg. So they did this. They came to Jagai Madai, but they were not listening. In fact, just seeing them, just seeing Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, they used to be more angry. The first time they just drove them out. The second time they hit. They hit Nityan's head. But I did that. And Mahaprabhu, who knows everything, immediately comes to the scene with Sudarshan in the hand. And it is Nityananda who asks forgiveness. And seeing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, you are most compassionate. You are more compassionate than me also. So in this way, these are some pastimes which we discussed. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Request Thani devotees possible Kalyan devotees also to assemble in, in Jagannath Devasthanam by 6:30, 7 o'clock. After Gaur Aarti, there will be a wonderful class by Rupa Manohar Prabhu, who is a very sincere devotee, very simple devotee. He has been taking care of Bhivandi for past many years. He's a very good friend of mine. And then he calls me, and every Gaur Purnima, he wants me to come every month also to Bhivandi. I had promised last Gaur Purnima also. Gaur Purnima, they are here. The next Sunday, they keep in Bhivandi. Last time also, they called. This time also, the next Sunday after Gaur Purnima, they have called me. So I told this time you all come here and you celebrate, because in my absence, it is you should take care. And that I requested, they are coming. So all of you please come in time today. Take an early this from your offices. Nityanand Prabhu festival should be conducted more grandly than any other festival. Hare Krishna. Manchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः.